coffee, 2 cream, 1 sweetener.
Anything else?
Yeah, and a large regular, please.
Okay, that's everything?
That's everything, thanks.
All right.
Thank you. Morning everyone, it is 8:30 and we've made it down to Cedar Lake, and our plan to come here early in the morning appears to have paid off. This is probably one of the calmest I've seen Cedar Lake. So we are about to disembark. We have the canoe all loaded up and Ryan and I are ready to go. Hey guys, we are about 2/3 of the way down Cedar, and we're just sitting in a little lee here. It's not too bad. Like, you can pretty much paddle right down the middle of the lake, which we're not, but you could if you really wanted to. And just wanted to give a quick view of looking back the way we came. We came from around this point. So basically 45 minutes of paddling, and we crushed most of the lake. So it's a great day to be on Cedar Lake. We came early enough that it's not too bad. So just to show how we have the boat set up, so this is the rear seat where I'm sitting, and Ryan's pack is the lighter of the two, and then my pack there, and then Ryan sits in the front, and this is our food bag here, which also weighs a half decent amount. So basically you're trying to put more weight in the front because Ryan is lighter than me. So to plane out, we're putting the heavier bag in the front with the food, and then progressively get lighter. Alright, time to hit the
Almost 10 o'clock, and we just passed Gilmore Island, and we are now at the Kishkaduk Lodge remains right here, this campsite. So I'm just going to take a quick video here. So once you put in, it's a nice sandy put in, there's actually old rail wheels in the water here, which is it's pretty neat. And then if you look further out, there's actually like ties and another set of wheels here. It's pretty neat. I don't know if the water was low at some point, or this was used to rail something into the water, like a marine rail. I don't know. So, not a bad campsite. Nice big pit, rock, a big tire. There appears to be some sort of kitchen setup here. I think at one point this would have been like a stove, possibly, or sinks went in here, something like that. Appears to be a stove. And then over here, there's a big steering column and a couple odds and ends down here. Okay, so we're going to go for a little walk. Apparently there's a chimney somewhere around here, so we're going to try and find it, and then we'll take another video. Hey everyone, we're still looking for the chimney. I think there's a chimney, but we found more remains. Here's looks like a bit of a windshield crank, and there's odds and ends and stuff. Looks like a vehicle. Then there's another root cellar, and it goes, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a door, there's a wheel there, and there's another door deeper into the inside. Pretty tight. I don't know if I can get in there, but pretty sweet. All right, we're still on the trail for hopefully the chip. Okay, so we walked in the wrong direction. Saw some other stuff, which was nice, but here is the remains of the Kishkaduk Lodge and the fireplace. Pretty sweet. Okay, it's 10:50, almost 11 o'clock, and we are passing out of Little Cedar into like the river system that leads to Orly. And here's the you can see the railway bed coming down. Basically we followed the railway bed the whole way down Cedar, and here's where it crosses over. Pretty ominous looking, pretty low bridge, and I think we need to go to the right. It's a bit of embankment. Nope, left. Okay. Bye. Okay, so it's 10 after 11, and we're at the end of Laurel Lake, and there's just this small little swift coming out of, what's the name of that lake? Laurel. Laurel into Orly. There's a pretty cool tree. It's a bad angle now, but it's growing like right out of the side of that bank. Anyway, so here's our first portage of the trip. It's just a little guy, 345 I believe. But this is looking down. So this would be roughly southeast, I guess. Down Orly. Good afternoon. I guess it's still morning. It's 11:52, and you are looking towards the end of Laurel Lake. We're just on an island campsite. I'll kind of show you in a second here. But Laurel is not a very big lake, but it's actually sweet. It's surrounded by fairly pointed, peaked hills. So this is one view here. You might hear the wind. Apologize. The hills on that side. This is back down the direction we came from. See the blaze? Now if I walk you over, like bear in mind the campsite we're on is quite elevated itself. But, so here's the fire pit. Not too bad. There's a decently level spot here. You might be able to get a tent or two in. Not really good for us when we're hammock camping. Just ascending to the throne, as it were. And I don't know if you can tell, like we're quite high up. There's peaks, hills, and on this side there's this pretty good sized hill, like a couple 100 feet. It's pretty much straight up. Sweet. So in the morning, you'd be sitting here, and you'd have that view on that side, and that view on the other. Taking care of your business. So we just finished eating, or I did. Ryan was just finishing up. We got a small paddle in this direction to our next campsite, or our next portage, sorry. And then it's not, I don't even think it's a big one. Can't be that big. And then we're into Little Cauchon, and we're almost to what would be our campsite for the evening, but we may push on. So that'll be more of a game time decision once we're at Cauchon. Bye for now. This little waterfall's at the end of Laurel. Pretty, we're at like a 130 portage. Basically just skips around this, but it's pretty steep. And here's the portage right beside it, and it also looks reasonably steep. Okay.
Alright everyone, we just finished the 130 from Laurel into Little Cauchon, and it's 130 meters, but it's got to be like 30-40 meters elevation or something. I don't know, maybe the map would say, but it's basically straight uphill. So you're looking now at I guess the start of Little Cauchon, and this is where once again the rail bed swings around and we go underneath it. So we go under here. I don't know if we go under it again today or not. I'd have to check, but we are about to slide under the bridge and paddle down the length of Little Cauchon. Alright, so it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that is the pretty gorgeous view down the main body of Little Cauchon. So this point here, I believe, is where the old logging remains are. We may hug that shore and just take a peek, and if there's stuff readily visible, we'll pop out and take a look, but I don't know if we're going to dig too far. But we're making great time. It's 1 o'clock. Really, we just got to paddle this lake, small portage into Cauchon, and pick a site. So it's looking more and more like we're going to change the itinerary and just push farther. You know, we're not there yet, but it's just looking more and more like that's the safer way to go. You don't know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. It could be raining from the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, so let's put the miles on when the weather's beautiful. The lakes are fine. Very little wind now. It's a gorgeous day. So time to get going. All right, guys. It is 2:07, and we are just leaving Little Cauchon into Cauchon underneath the rail bridge. So basically we're like 10 minutes from the campsite, so we aren't gonna stop at 2 or quarter after 2 or even 2:30. We're just too much of a good day left, so we're gonna push on. So depending on how it goes on this lake, if it's feasible, we may swing by what we would have had as a campsite just to check it out. But more than likely we're just gonna stay on the south shore and just make a beeline for the end of the lake. 2 o'clock. Afternoon everyone. You're looking at the Mink Lake to Cauchon Lake portage sign. So we just finished the 440 from Cauchon into Mink. It is 3:30 in the afternoon, and the fact that we're on Mink Lake means we're doing it. We bypassed the lake that we were supposed to be on, and we're trying to get to the next one before 5. So basically, I'll set out here. So we were planning on being here today. These campsites are horrible. These aren't too bad. These are pretty good. Anyway, so we were here at like 2 o'clock, so that's way too early to stop, so we pushed on. So we are now here at the end of the 440, and we just need to buzz down to our left here. 1165 into Club, Paddle Club, 610 into Mouse. There's we haven't seen the Soul, and there's quite a few campsites on Mouse, so there's got to be one open, and if there isn't, we could always go back to Club. Between all of those campsites, there's got to be one that's available, so we're not inconveniencing anyone else. So making good time. Starting to bonk pretty hard now. It's 3:30, so we've been up for 12.5 hours. You know, drove for 4, and we've been paddling ever since. So Mink appears to be quite nice, but we're not going to see much of it. Alright guys, it's 20 after 4. We've made it to Club Lake from Mink. So this is looking into Club Lake from the portage. Got our boat and everything packed. I just want to show you the ruins here at the top. Here's the their concrete ruins on Club Lake. Pretty neat. Okay, we're just paddling down Club, and in the distance we saw, tough to get on camera, but it is a cow moose. Good evening, everyone. It is 5:08 and we have settled on Club Lake. So we saw a moose and we're just spent. Not really interested in doing the 600-meter portage into mouse. Found a half decent campsite. It's not the greatest. I wish it was a little breezier. I don't know if just the wind has died down, period, but the site may be a little on the buggy side, but we'll try and take care of that. This is the view. It's looking down Club Lake towards Mouse Portage, and then this is our panoramic at the fire. Alright, everyone, we're just got the fire going. We're pretty much set up. We got water done. We've had a glass of wine, so we're just making dinner right now. So we have steaks marinated. We're going to put them on the grill as soon as the fire's ready to go. But before we do that, we're going to be doing some potatoes. So I've cut up the potato. That's 1.5 potatoes, and we're going to try and keep that one for breakfast maybe. And all I have here is some red onion. So we're just going to chop up the red onion. Lose a few. Put that right in the potatoes, and it's pretty simple. We're just going to add oil, add some steak spice or any spice that you prefer, and then double wrap in tin foil. You got to double wrap in tin foil or it's just going to burn right through on the fire. So that's key. So this is just grapeseed oil from home. Any oil really is good. Get it on there like that. And then we always bring steak spice. So that's just good. We're going to get a good healthy bit on there. Might even be a little too much, but that's fine. So now we're going to try and get this into a nice package. Alright, everyone, it's 7:30. We just got the water on for dishes, and I just want to, there's Ryan. I just want to show what we're having for dinner this evening. There's Ryan's bowl of steak. There are the potatoes, the final product, not burned. And there's my steak. Basically, this was the same steak, we just cut it in half. And this trip we have now brought red wine. So we have steak and taters with, wait for it, a Cabernet Merlot, Peller Estates. I'll let you know how it is. Dinner is served.
Good evening. This is the first day of our 4-day trip. 3rd weekend of May, just after the long weekend. This is the first time that we've actually had nice weather while Evan's taking me camping. It's kind of interesting. It's different. It's calm. Relaxing.
And this is the sun setting over Club Lake.